Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm once again starting off this tutorial with my brows and my foundation already done. And yay, I'm using my new hair and makeup addiction brushes. I love hair and makeup addiction brushes. They're some of my favorites, so I was hella excited to get these. They're all awesome. I'm starting off my eye look with Lime Crime's eyeshadow brightener. And I'm using all these brushes with the white ends are from Hair and Makeup Addiction. I am, excuse my ratchet nails, using Morphe Brushes Jaclyn Hill palette. I use this orangish color as my first color underneath my brow, and I'm buffing that in with Hair and Makeup Addiction's blending brush. And blending underneath my brow just with my foundation powder. If you use a highlighter under your brow, you would use that. And I'm using this deep reddish brown color as my next transition colors. I am using one of MAC's blending brushes to go right underneath the first color I used and buffing those together by switching in between the brushes, going back and forth as I always do to blend inside of my crease. The next color I'm using is from Morphe Brushes 35W palette, this black sparkly color that I'm applying with Hair and Makeup Addiction's pencil brush. I am first applying it where I want it, which is in the outer corner. And then I'm using the blending brush that I used with that purplish, reddish, brown color to buff it out into my crease. Switching between brushes once again to make sure the transition is nice and smooth. For my lid color, excuse this messy palette, I'm using Morphe Brushes 35B palette, their bright palette, and I'm applying this electric blue color all over my lid with the same brush that I used to apply my eye primer. I packed it on really heavily. As you can see, it's very, very pigmented. I actually love this color. I'm staying underneath my crease and then blending out the transition with a blending brush to make it smooth before applying my glitter. I'm using Kandy Cosmetics You're My Man blue glitter and this liner brush, also for Hair and Makeup Addiction. And I'm applying the glitter exactly where I want it with this brush. I also use their liquid, I think it's called liquid sugar adhesive, to apply their glitter. And I didn't pack it on too heavy. I still wanted the blue to shine on through, and I'm picking up the excess with a piece of tape that's not so sticky since I have foundation on. And finally removing the tape for my crispy sharp line and cleaning that up with my beauty blender and a tad of foundation. And highlighting contour, I just did this in detail in my last video, so I'm not gonna go through it again. I'll leave all the product details in the caption, but I just decided to show you visually as opposed to explaining it, so you can once again see how I complete these steps. Now, as I explained before, I always use MAC's Mineralized Skin Finish over my highlight over the banana powder, and I wanted to show you guys the difference it makes, if you can tell in this video, by applying it to one side first. As you can see, one side is a little bit more yellow and the other side is perfect, just how I like it. So that's why I like to go over it with the tinted powder, just to make it a little bit more natural looking. Now for my under eye area, I'm adding that same blue color to the inner corners of my eyes and with a small detail brush. I believe this is from BH Cosmetics. And then I'm buffing that reddish, purplish, brownish color that I used in my crease on my lash line with Morphe's smudging brush, one of my favorite brushes. And as you already know by now, one of my favorite eyeliners, LA Girl Cosmetics Very Black Pencil. I use to tight line at the top and at the bottom before smudging it out with that same smudging brush onto my lash line so it's not so choppy. And for my liner, my wingtip liner, I used Morphe's Little Black Dress, favorite liner to use for my wingtip, and MAC's 210 brush. And you have to have a little patience when you're using glitter. Unless you apply the glitter afterwards, you kind of have to go over the liner a little bit more than usual just to even out some of the bumps that you go over. Or you can just use a liquid liner. I just don't mess with liquid liner, so I'm really patient with this, and I make it as crisp as I can. My lashes are Iconic from House of Lashes. I'm using these little, I've been loving these little mink wink lash tools. I don't know what it's called, but I love it. It's much easier, but tweezers still do the same job. And I applied bottom lashes for this look. These are called Precious, also from House of Lashes. I straighten out the band first on my finger. I apply a very small amount of glue and then place them underneath my real lashes as close as I can possibly get them, just as I would the top. And I press them in, lifting them up so they don't lay flat on my face with my nail or the tweezers, and adding some shadow in between the band and my liner, waterline, sorry. My blush, Early Bird, ColourPop Cosmetics. I'm loving their blushes. They are the ones I have are awesome. They have a lot of weird colors. I'll share more in other tutorials. And I'm once again using MAC's Gold Deposit with one of my new favorite brushes from Hair and Makeup Addiction, applying those in my highlighted areas, except my forehead and my chin. And finally, for my lips, I started by lining them first with ColourPop Cosmetics Ellarie liner. I am obsessed with this liner. It's replaced like Night Moth and Current from MAC, obviously because it's $5, it's creamier. Love it, love it, love it. And I'm using Marc Jacobs Blow lipstick. Just got a bunch of these lipsticks that I'm going to be reviewing hopefully soon on my website. But for now, I use this color. I love it. It's called Blow. It's a nice cranberry look, and you know I love me a dark lip. That's it for this look, guys. Very bold, very dramatic, so me, as you probably know. I hope you guys love it. Please go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and don't forget to click subscribe so you can stay in touch with me on my channel. Check out my blog, MissEllarie.com, YOSHIDOLL.com, and follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Love you guys. Smooches. Mwah.